See if Heroes of the Storm restarts. Because okay, that was terrible. My game crashed. Stream crash. We're not live at the moment. Actually, we are. I think I'm back up. Hello? Okay, never mind. I'm not back. I Yeah, my game just outright crashed. Let me just see who won. Actual Line Steppers wins first map, so which was kind of how actual Line Steppers won the first map. It's fair. This game was fairly obvious that it was heading that way. So score update is 0-1. Actual Line Steppers score update. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go if when y'all are ready. Casters, stay away from the Novas. They shoot your modem. Yeah, apparently they do. Report Nova. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. This is, yeah, I completely understand. Hopefully, we'll just hang on. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to go for the next map. To be fair, that last map was heading directly towards towards the win. Towards a win for habitual line steppers. It was I think it was looking pretty obvious with the objectives, but with my internet crashing out there, that was I couldn't help it, unfortunately. Well, it's Towers of Doom we go, I guess. You, if I was playing, if I was still doing NGS, if I was able to commit to a season and stuff, you would very, you would quickly see, you'd quickly find out that I love the first pick, Towers of Doom. Yeah, a little bit of RNG involved, but that map is really about rotations. You gotta be quick on it. Since since Capture Line Steppers has first pick here, Cats on my keyboard opted for the map pick, which would be TOD. I just hope we don't have another crash. Dibbles is gonna bite the dust. I'm not surprised. There goes the Sylve yet again, so this could very well be a target. I actually wouldn't be surprised if this was a target at all. Followed by dust. Samuro is gonna bite the dust. And that is going to be a Dehaka on B1 for Habitual Line Steppers. It was left wide open, and it's a good map for it with all the bushes, so why not? Ando and Sonya gonna be the response on R1, R2. Garrosh was left wide open, and there's the Chromie, so it must be a popular pick between these two teams. Either Chromie's gonna get picked or banned. Habitual Lines, Captain on my keyboard picked it last map, and then Boomer picks it up here on in the R2 R3 rotation. What a way to shout out your lovely caster, huh? Toronto by Toronto gets banned. I mean, well, Warm, Carwater, and chat. That the Haka was either going to get picked or banned. So Pelger just says, forget this. I'll take it myself. That's gonna be a Jaina ban. So Habitual Line Steppers realize, hey, Cast on my keyboard doesn't have a mage. I mean, Tyrande can be good, and Anduin was stolen. So for Habitual Line Steppers, that leaves Rhaegar up as an option, if you want to even consider it. Well, there's PJ Red on Mert, and they were doing okay. And the Death Whisperer Lunara, both of those teams were doing very well in the last game. So Cats on my keyboard were doing very well with the Muradin and the Lunara picks last map. So I'm not surprised that they would pick it again. On and now as we go into R4, R5, how are you going to respond to that? You know you don't have a healer, so it's going to be Greymane, and then holy smokes, Malfurion. Now that's a pick. And then the Tastar gets that might be a ban skin. I'd be very surprised if Tassadar. I think Mecha Tassadar is a banned skin. Let's see if they catch this. Can't see the team chat in draft, unfortunately. Well, here we go into Towers of Doom. Please don't and my game crashed. Okay. Okay, Activision. Mega Tapstar isn't banned. Okay. Mega Tyrell, yeah, that's what I thought. So first my connection. First I have a connection issue, then my game crashes. Second game crash tonight. Is Blizzard client, is Heroes client really stable these days? Don't think it is. Do they pause for caster? Not to my knowledge. See if I even reconnect. Cause if I'm able to reconnect, then that's one thing. Yes, I am able to reconnect. Well, we'll just catch what we can. Well, all right. Looks like we're back in the game. No first blood yet, so here we go. Both teams are bot side ready to go. There's a chromie trap already placed. And when heal comes out, nothing really out there. That is going to be the root on the Vern. Is able to get away. No objectives capped either. So it's her. So if there's no first blood, no objectives capped, it feels like we're right on time, I think. Well, that's gonna be a stopwatch coming out on the PJ Red. Oh, just by the skin of the teeth. Stun comes out, but there's no follow up. Well, while the Alfred's coming up, I'll go through the rundown. Koala's back on Sonya. Ice Cowboy's on Tassadar. Death Wisps on Lunara. PJ Red is on Murd, and Anduin is on. Lion Bus is on Anduin for Cats on My Keyboard. For Avenged Line Separates Boomerang PM's on Chromie. Turtwig's on Malfurion. Peldor's on Dahaka. No More Heroes is on Greymane. And Vern is on Garrosh as we are midway through map number 2, Towers of Doom. As that is going to be a quick stun. The Root, the Unstoppable, comes on the Firm. They are at half HP and are very thankful for their life. That is a stopwatch. One objective gets capped, but no first flood. First cap. The tower is up. That's gonna be a pull. Someone's gonna start up this objective. I bet. The actual light steppers are all over it. The sun comes out. Line bus gets tossed, but the wall separates the Firm, and that is first blood going to Cats on My Keyboard. That is gonna be a stun. The Lunara goes. Peldor is healed. It's gonna burn his essence to heal up. No healer required for this Dahaka. Peldor is here. Koala is just gonna get dragged. Koala gets bursted. Peldor is gonna be next one down. Yeah, that's gonna be Burrow, but you're not gonna get for. Actually, you get out of that you just get out of that just fine. Peldor, you are incredibly lucky, my friend. Who won first game? How to line step. So that's gonna be a quick. Root. Vern gets chucked down to half HP. Manages to survive. Actually, they're slightly above. Now they're below half. Peldor and Vern are here. Vern is here on quarter HP even, and just gets poisoned to death. That's one way to die. Peldor burns his burrow, gets away to safety. May have given away the objective. Yep, there it goes. But Peldor unfortunately dies off camera. Yes. Objective siege camp is going to get a small charge. One of them goes off to the core. This could be a 3v3 for this bottom tower, bottom red tower here. Chromie trap being placed inside the bushes. Yeah, That's not surprising. Gonna quickly jump up to the off lane, see what's happening. Just the way things jump back and forth. Nothing too fancy at the moment. Burn gets walled off. Burns the unstoppable, goes to half HP. IT Cowboy gets bursted, has to get pulled to safety at 1 HP. There you go, my friend. That's what's just getting tossed up, but the Task Star is just not lucky. Even at 1 HP, still gets sent back to the fountain. Now we have a singular objective coming down. Peldor, check this out real quick. Peldor is in a 2 versus 1. And Peldor is being chucked to half HP. Do you have tap still? I did not realize your tap went off cooldown, but Alter's up. PJ Red is isolated in a 1 versus 4. Gets back to the safety of their team. That is a 2-man route, 2-man run. 2-man burst, no more heroes, gets poisoned, gets taken down by the Sonya. That is the power of Lunara right there. Red is here. Actual Line Steppers has their ults. The Chromie Temporal Loop comes out. The Haka burned the isolation. Peldor is... Yeah, even with the AoE damage, it doesn't get you very far. That is going to be a Chromie Jump. 3-man stun comes out from the Sonya Leap. Garrosh goes on down. Boomer gets healed by the Malfurion. It still has tap and gets back to full HP quite quickly. Alter just goes over to a cast on my keyboard though. Cats on my keyboard are showing that they're still very much in control of this game. They're thinking about stealing this camp. Yeah, Turtwig is gonna see it. Decides to think twice. They're gonna give this camp away. Meantime, bottom siege camp just goes over. Top siege camp just goes over. Perhaps Line Steppers. Peldor gets bursted down to poison by the Lunara again. It's half HP. I don't think you have tap here, do you? Well, you probably have some essence sacks. Isn't rotating. Boss is up if anyone wants to do it, but I doubt anyone in here at the Storm Esports would even consider thinking about boss as the fight comes out here. Verm is up half HP, survives, gets poked back down to half HP, heals back up 75. It's root on no more heroes. That's another stun. Verm here it's here. Verm is here. Could take the contact. Verm unstoppable gets away. That's gonna be 3-man stun. Tassadar goes down, completes a quest, but gets quickly traded out. Boomer is here, gets sent it down to no more heroes is being pinged. This is the target that Cats on my keyboard wants. Turtwig gets killed under their own tower. So does Peldor has the burrow. Is gonna survive and tap. Well, bottom altar is up and Cats on my keyboard has complete control over the objective. Linebus was channeling it. Decided to think twice. Actually, the team realizes that they can cap a tower here before taking the objective, and that's what they are going to do. Bottom right tower goes over to Cats on my keyboard. And so does the channel. Cats on my keyboard's gonna take their own siege, which if they're able to push that in all the way successfully, then it's just free core shots. Cats on my keyboard are playing very aggressively in middle at the moment. They're going to rotate back down, try to push the objective. Loktar Okar, IT Cowboys in a 1 versus 4 gets pulled away to their own safety. PJ Red is here stepping up. They might be able to push this in. Stun coming in onto Peldor. Peldor burns the burrow and the essence to heal fully back up and get away. Cats on my keyboard are very close to a turret shot here. However, Capital Line Stepper just clears it. Verum here is isolated. 10 HP just gets taken down. No more heroes is inside a turret range. Here goes the turrets. Yeah, Captain my keyboard, you better get out of there. They're gonna steal the siege camp though, so have the line steppers have to be ready. But there is a problem. Both of these objectives are coming up. There's like no, so if no one deals with the cap, which cap goes through, there's a ping onto the altar. Be very curious if they take it, but both teams are probably going to take their own side. Yeah, there's no push, so there should just be free core shots. There's no response. Well, both teams are going. No, that one gets interrupted. The tunnel goes out, and that is two turret shots for the minions. Gets there as here comes another fight. Rue comes out. Red is in a 1 versus 3. Managed to survive. That's a kill onto the Chromie. Another kill onto the Malfurion. Burm gets walled off and has to face their own demise, and that is going to be another objective going over to Cats on my keyboard. And they're thinking about the boss too. Yeah, on the way pings are going out. And Cats on my keyboard are playing very aggressively towards boss. They probably get it too. I wouldn't be surprised if they. Yep. Boss goes on over. It's 4 free shots. It's a reward for that. Capital line steppers, meanwhile, are in control. Have to find a way to flip this turret back on bot side. Tunnels are open, so both teams can just go from their spawn back to the tunnel. Yep, Capital line steppers are going to step up, kill the turret. Any day now. Come on. Turret goes over.
The Gravekeeper has taken a tower.
Absolute Captain and Keyboard's gonna get this siege camp, no problem. PJ Red is here, takes Verm picks first contact. No follow up. Death Whisperer was isolated, wasn't 1 versus 2, but they leap away to safety. Another objective rotate coming up, so I think this will be the 5th one and a 3 up. Cats on my keyboard, what are you doing? Now you're taking the fight bot to flip a tower? Well, that's one way, because if you get 2 cats with this, Lunara is inting meanwhile. Very unfortunate. Red is here, gets tossed. It stuns a line bus in the process. No follow up though. Have to line stepper 6 to bot turret. That's 5. Have to line steppers are on 1 HP. They have to do anything they can to stay alive. But Cats on my keyboard are just too dominant on this map. They're gonna get the Peldor is gonna get the channel down. Peldor, meanwhile, is on the way up towards bot side, this top side tower. Has a small minion wave, but there's not enough to flip it. Meanwhile, bot, there was a task wall, no real follow up. Vern is out. Line Stepper does have this camp that could maybe kill off the wave. 3-step comes out. Which, yeah, they kill off the wave, but they lose their siege minions in the process as Red takes first contact. Another taunt coming out. Death Whisperer just gets dragged out to safety. No real fight for both teams though. Qualis here gets a stun. That is the burst. Malfurion goes down. The Greymane goes down. Vern goes down. Peldor burrows. Guesses off, but he's still in a 1 versus 5. Boomer is here. Is in a 3-on-1. Gets bursted down by Lunara, and that is the end of Boomer and the Greymane. That is an ace for Cats on my keyboard. They have all turrets in 10 seconds. But they both have no wall. Well, no walls here. I could see maybe if you're quick enough, you go for the 6 cap and the GG. I'd be curious if they did do it, because it would probably be BM. And now it's a race to see who gets the cap first. And when Line Bus is here on the bottom panel, which is nowhere from behind, Lime just beats his whole team. It is GG. We are going to a game 3. Not what I want. Not what I wanted with all the tech, with the tech stuff I get into late after problems that I have to deal with. But you're probably not aware. I just finished a summer course and managed to pass it. So that's at least the least of my concerns right now. But game 3, I'd be interested to see what they do. Well, we'll just wait to see where we decide to go. Been a crazy series so far. So no 4 points on the line here for the 2-0. It won't be a 4-0, but we will. It won't be a 2-0, but we will have a definite end to the series either way. See if we get a lobby up pretty soon. But my connection was able to hold on that time, so. Okay, it's gonna be Volskaya game 3. I was about to ask. So it all comes down to Volskaya Industry. To Volskaya. So it's gonna be first pick for looks like it's gonna be first pick for cats on my keyboard here. So yeah, it all comes down to Volskaya. Yeah. HLS is ready to go. Nova kept sniping me. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. Nova kept sniping me in the chat, says one of the players. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Vern. I would believe. I would believe it. Hoping for no more game crashes though. Well, looks like everyone is ready to go here. Now. Oh, here comes the coin toss. What is with NGS and playing three lane maps in this series? Do y'all just not like BOE? Apparently Self doesn't, so I don't know who doesn't like. Tell me who doesn't like Brax's holdout in BOE? In chat. Team strategies. I don't know. Follow gets banned. Let me see if I have that notepad banned up. I don't think a 3 million map got banned. I was check the review. Spider. Actually, Braxis holdout. Now that I'm thinking about it, Cats on My Keyboard did ban Braxis. Samuro goes. That is a. Meanwhile, Samuro gets bites the dust. That is a Peldor target, unfortunately. Ten seconds left. Have 2 line separates. What are you thinking here? Silva's banned, Samuro's banned, Vala's banned. Maybe ban something related to the map. Anduin. Okay, so it's gonna be a new healer. And unlike last game, Tyrande did slip through, and that is up if anyone wants to take her. But Cats on My Keyboard have B1 here. Very curious to see what they prioritize on B1. Joe is also up if you want to do if you want to B1, if you want to pick that on B1. But no, just every game, Sonya appears to be the B1 pick for Cats on My Keyboard. Now whether they're successful or not remains to be seen, but I'd be curious to see how other teams in this division react. Meanwhile, it's gonna be Vern this time getting a chance at the Muradin. One of the PJ Red's been picking that for the last 2 maps, so now Vern on the Muradin is gonna be interesting. We'll see how he adapts. And there it is. Devils is locked in for Cats on My Keyboard. Yeah, I mean, you also You also give away Rhaegar too. Have to line separates with the third bat. It's interesting to note that while Cats on My Keyboard does have a lot of their more solid front line with the Sonya, Dibbles, and well, there goes Lunara. I was about to say that. But yeah, you have the front line with Sonya, Diablo, and Rhaegar. You have none of the you don't have the mage carry, and you don't have the AA carry locked in either. Now you could go double AA, you could go double mage. Is that even a thing in Heroes? Stukov bites the dust. Okay, have to line steppers. You had Chrono. You had Tyrande banned away last map. Someone interested in picking that? Because Anduin's banned. I don't know. Tassadar, yes! Tyrande locked in. Let's go. Yes. Tychus locked in for the AA carry. Now, Cats on My Keyboard don't. Oh yes, that's another one of my other picks. Jaina locked in for Cats on My Keyboard. Finally, if I was still on my team, if I was still in NGS as a player, as a manager, then what you're saying on with Cats on My Keyboard's roster of champs stay locked in, that's kind of what my team would play on a good day. And then you have something like, what the heck, Maiev? Yeah, secrets. If this would probably be a secret Swift pick if it was us, but honestly, on that roster, I don't think any of us played Maiev. Well, let's see if we get in the game without a hitch. Game 3, winner takes all, and the winner here is gonna get to talk to me. Well, and I was able to get into it without a hitch. So, let's go through the rundown, eh? Koala's on Sonya for the third time this series. IT Cowboys taking Tychus. Death Whisper's taking Jaina. I think they've first time playing something not named Lunara, by the way. Have to keep an eye on that. PJ Red is on Dibbles. Line Bus is back on Rhaegar for Cats on My Keyboard. Now we go on to the other side. Turretwig is playing Tyrande. Peldor is playing Blaze yet again. Firm is playing Muradin. Boomer is back on the task star, and No More Heroes is on Maiev as we get Game 3 underway. Everyone's just playing zone, no contact. Dance party in mid. Yeah, if this was GGS, that's exactly what you do. Dance party in mid as Koala gets hooked. Does spin her way to safety. Yeah, gets out of it too. Can tap, but has to take the long way around to do that. No. Hang bot with Peldor apparently. Yeah, this map is a little different where the offlaners go mid bot. This camp comes up right for the taking. That is a stun coming onto IT Cowboy. Another stun onto Death Whisper from Tyrande. That amazingly connects. This is not a Q build Tyrande. Okay. Well, maybe I would have gone. Well, maybe I would have gone that on level 1. Bot camp goes. Both bot camps go over. Red gets a shove out at the top. Vern is the target. Vern walks away to safety. Well played to Vern for walking away from the engagement. Death Whisper is here. It doesn't take a whole lot of damage. Ninja Camp is up. Anyone want that? Well, Magic Line Stepper says, yeah, we want the Ninja Camp. We might as well take it. Lion Bus and IT Cowboy over here, and they're now taking their own Ninja Camp, so... But while both teams are top, the objective is closer to bot. No, it's actually mid. See how Peldor and Koala react to this. That's gonna be a fight breaking out. Vern gets Sean, gets a safety. No more hero dives to engage. IT Cowboy gets walled off, gets burst to half HP. Yeah, you're gonna have to burn the dash. Throwing your minigun and stuff. You don't tap? Oh yeah, Radar is a beast, but you're going to tap the objective. Habitual Line Steppers so far are not showing any interest towards the objective. That's going to be a quick rotate, and on the way ping comes out. Vern, Habitual Line, Cats on my keyboard says Vern is the target, and they know exactly where he is. Not following up towards that side of the map. Death Whisper is here. It's going to be in a 2 versus 4 at the moment. Yep, wall goes down, so it's definitely 2 versus 4. Make it a 3 versus 4. IT Cowboys here. Objective gets paused at half HP. Peldor's here saying, thanks for the leash, friend. Friend gets here, gets chunked at half HP, walks away yet again. It's just so far the tank's taking contact, but still no kills though. Koala is here to challenge Peldor on the objective. Koala is going to pick up the objective. No, we could have a 5-man fight. Oh no, that was Engineer can't spot side. Okay, both these teams fighting in mid for no reason. Except no more heroes gets tossed out, gets burst to safety, has to jump to get out of that. Death Whisper's going to 10% HP, gets away. Triglav goes over to Cats on my keyboard with no contest. Well, you know y'all were wasting time on the Triglav protector, right? Peldor says, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Here he is, with the Triglav protector. Peldor might be shoving this. His first might be in trouble. First Triglav doesn't last very long, though. Yeah, Peldor just staying here defending is. We have another fight breaking up topside. I see Cowboy gets bursted to 10%, and doesn't have a tap apparently, so they're gonna have to recall. Koala and Death Whisper are here. They're trying to rotate with the Triglav. Devil's just sitting in there, and Triglav is times out. And no priority towards the Triglav. Habitual Line Steppers has their ult and ready to go. I don't think Task Wall as a whole is an ult, no. But Black Hole certainly is. But both teams have their ults. Yeah, of course, able to go Apocalypse and And Rhaegar has the Ancestral. Devils has both his quest ready. If Devils gets kicked out, they, which they are, but there's a burst. Icy Cowboys gets tossed. Ancestral goes out to save Icy Cowboy. Two-man route from the Ring of Frost. Someone gets tossed. Bryn gets tossed down. It's first bloody cats on my keyboard. Abs Line Separates gets a trade onto Devil's Soulstone quest resets. Sonya goes down in the process. It's 2 for 1. It's 2 for 1 to have two line steppers. Sure, we lose first blood, but we'll fight right back. New objective is coming up here, top side. Might need to watch out on that. Engineer camp's going over. New elf pillar just sitting here. It's just here, sitting pretty in bot lane. Must have been Jaina E coming. It's either W or T, one or the other. With engineer camps going over, Ninja camp is being taken by Captain on keyboard. Yeah, everyone's just farming up, and it's actually cats there on my keyboard are slightly behind right now, but only by half level. So it's not. So they're still very much in this game. Have to line steppers are here. Don't decide to take the fight though. Things are very calm for now. Objective is coming up, but habitual line steppers are already here. Question is, will cats on my keyboard rotate after getting the first one? Well, that's gonna be the ult, and yeah, with the toss into the ult, Peldor has to call the bunker fun time. Peldor is being assaulted in a 1 versus 5. Yeah, Peldor didn't make it out, but the exchange of the kill for cats on my keyboard, they also lost their top tier 1. So, but both the top and bot tier 1 get flipped. Cats on my keyboard here are now on the move. Yeah, Dibbles just takes the conveyor, gets ahead of everyone. You're the tank, right? Both teams just passed each other. What the heck? Would have expected a fight, but no, they just completely ignored each other. Well, cats on my keyboard are now here up on the objective, so one of them is probably going to start it up. But no, cats on my keyboard now have to rotate back to mid because their mid tier 1 is now under assault. I see Cowboy gets Joan tossed to safety. Does get bursted. No ring of frost is already, yeah, ring of frost is actually up, but Koala gets taken down yet again. Yet again. Well, cats on my actual line steppers are here. Hi guys. Hi everyone. There's an objective up top, and no one's paying attention. I mean, what is this game? Well, it's not a game anymore for cats on my keyboard's mid tier 1. That's just gone. Now habitual line steppers realize that with the mid tier 1 down, they've got priority over the objective. And yet no one's paying any attention to the objective in the first place. Ninja camp is up. That's gonna habitual line steppers are gonna steal it. Habitual line steppers are here on a full team assault. Of course, both teams could very much fall back and take the fight for the Tree Glove Protector. But no, both teams just deal with it easily. That's the stun. That's unstoppable. Uh, Death Whisper takes the first point of contact. That's Burst going left, right, and center. Dibbles goes down. Quest 3. This is gonna be the question set. So we'll be back in a couple seconds, and they're already back up. Sonya goes down. After Line Steppers gets technically 2 for 0 and the Dibbles quest reset. So next kill for Dibbles, and it's gonna be a long wait time to get back up from that. Peldor's here, gets rooted. Let's walk away. Dibbles toss does connect. That's another stun. Faden is taking contact. Tyrande is just deleted off of the map. Bad news for Habitual Line Steppers, and now cats on my keyboard are turning on the assault. Here comes the chase onto Vern, and Vern is on 1 HP as a dream as Tychus dies off camera. So does Jaina apparently. Vern gets back up, and now there's a 3 versus 1 for PJ Red. No, 4 versus 1, and now Devils is just gone. Okay, Habitual Line Steppers. Objective is still up. Go for it, please. Easy chance for you to get the objective here. Or you could just very well take the tier 2 and have a cannon minion start pushing down top tier instead of having a cannon minion like once every 3 waves or so. And that's what Habitual Line Steppers do. They will have a cannon minion pushing every wave. Cats on my keyboard have to clear the wave out as finally someone's taking the objective. Thank you, Turwig, for taking the objective. Ninja Camp goes over for Habitual Line Steppers. Engineer Camp gets taken by cats on my keyboard. It's very much anyone's game. It's very much anyone's game right now. In fact, that's how I would argue the series has gone as a whole. Everyone was still in the game, and everyone could win the game. That obviously wasn't my best series of night. As I said, it's been a little while. PJ Red is here, and it's flipping the objective. Yeah, Habitual Line Steppers just walked out. And could be a quick fight. Could be a quick fight coming though. But nah, Captain Makira is just gonna take the ninja camp like it's not a problem. Oh, here comes the fight. And it's Koala here. Has to jump to safety. That's gonna be the Dibbles ult popped. No More Heroes gets well, the Dibbles gets time stopped. It's burst all over the place. Death Whisper's on 1 HP. Tychus goes down. Both of the carries are dead for cats on my keyboard, apparently. And Habitual Line Steppers flips the objective right back on a 2-0 team fight. That's gonna be Triglav Protector online. I don't know whether you'd put the healer into the Triglav. I would say maybe put a tank and something. But that is since the top tier 2 for casting my keyboard is down. Habitual Line Steppers are here for an assault. They want to end the game right here and now with the Triglav Protector. They have just a quick window to do it. Peldor's here in a 1 versus 3. Oh, that's PJ Red actually. Now Peldor's still target. Bunker Funtime comes out. But unfortunately, the Triglav Protector just does too much damage. No More Heroes gets traded. But the Triglav Protector ends the game. It's 2-1 to Habitual Line Steppers. The series is over. GG. Yes. This is the amateur scene at its back. Starting off strong, then apparently tapering off as a team name. Let's see if any of these teams wants an interview. I'm gonna see if we can get an interview ready to go. See if we get an interview here. Join. I'll join lobby 1. See if anyone joins me. I am now standing by with Vernwing here. So, well, apparently yes, more heroes is joining me as well. What? So that was an insane series. I don't know what happened at the end of map 1 there, because my game just an internet connection apparently decided to drop out. I'm gonna have to report this on the forum, but please don't tell Raka my OBS crashed. So go ahead and walk me through that first game. Obviously, y'all let the Stono through on B1 multiple times in the draft. Was the Sonya ever a problem?
It was a little scary, but we didn't think it was priority ban.
Yeah, the Dahaka was a main concern of ours in this match, but the Sonya was a concern. Like, you know, they were diving us all 3 games, right? And the Sonya was a big part of that, so it was a problem. But they had a lot of problems to deal with, so we had to prioritize.
I also saw Taronda going into that first map. What was your plan for Ultrac Pass and how you wanted to execute it as we were coming off of the map veto?
Our plan for Ultrac Pass, just we wanted to, you know, we feel comfortable playing on that map. We know kind of the rhythm of it. We know it's important to get the middle camp out. I think we just wanted to have good macro on that map and spread things out and then see what would happen from there.
Well, I wanted to go back. Touch on that second map. I mean, obviously, y'all had some crazy picks like the Malfurion in game 2. I'm not sure what y'all picked. No, it was just an Nando in game 1, I think. But y'all had Malfurion in game 2. Then this might, of course, y'all obviously locked in some of my favorite heroes. Obviously got locked in here. But that Maiev. When y'all locked it, when I was locked in, I just had some question marks because Maiev, as I don't think it's in the meta game for Heroes of the Storm.
Maybe not at our level. I mean, the Grandmasters, she's like perma-banned. She's one of the best heroes in the game, and you know.
Yeah, we saw the low range heroes and we said that was the money pick.
Well, I want to go back to that Towers of Doom game because Cats on my keyboard just showed outright domination on that map. What do y'all think went wrong for Towers of Doom? Were y'all more scared of the Oh, there I am. Well, there I am on Discord. OBS may have crashed here. Yeah, I think my OBS might be gone. Whoa. Of course, I'd rather have a loser interview. Okay, good. We're okay. Oh, looks like OBS is recovered, and I am back. So let's go back to what we were talking about before that disconnect. It's been kind of a problem for me. I'm sorry. I do apologize for that, but as I said, Towers of Doom. It seems like y'all had a little bit of trouble that game. What was on your mind for that map? Yeah, what was on your minds for Towers of Doom? Oh, did it get crashed in? Seriously. So I don't know what happened, but y'all are still here, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So yeah, tech's been a little bit of a problem tonight. So as I was saying, what do y'all think went wrong for Towers of Doom, and how y'all think y'all can improve if some team in your division decides to pull up a TOD next?
I think it just comes down to the drafting. That's I guess what we were talking about when you got caught off there. But we just thought they had a really good counter draft for our front line. They were mobile and they had a lot of slows and a lot of vision control with their back line. So trying not to be as predictable in draft. I think next time will be the key for us.
Okay. Then I guess I have one final question. If I can pull up the schedule. Obviously, a 2-1 denies 4 points, which is going to change up the table. The other day, I caught a D West game. Not sure if y'all were trying to scout your opponents or not, but that game ended up being a quick 2-0. That game was Cosmos versus TBA. Yes. So now we come up to COMK versus HLS. Obviously, y'all get the 2-1. See if I can pull the schedule. Yeah, for week 2, y'all have Cream Team. Then you have TBA week 3. Apparently, game 2 is already scheduled for my birthday, but I don't know if I want to make it or not. So how are y'all feeling? About Cream Team? Do y'all know a whole lot about them? What are your plans heading into next game? Like, are y'all familiar with any of the players by any chance?
Yeah, I think that's the team with Bagatron, I think.
Yes.
He's like a very high level player, and the rest are unknown. So that they could all be really good, or they could all be kind of beginners to competitive play. So it's definitely they were the team I had the most questions about. So we'll watch their game this week very closely. That's about as good scouting as we can get, I think.
All right. So now we have Cats on my keyboard who took a very impressive 2-1 apparently, and they have trial by annihilation next up on their schedule. If y'all watch that game, how do you think that game will go? And do you think Cats on my keyboard may have a chance to recover and against the loss tonight?
So we're not totally unbiased there. Our former coach Shogun Misa is on Trial by Annihilation. So
He is, but I also have played. There's also some other names that are familiar to me, like J-Trin, Sparhawk, Secret Swift, and Chaco. I mean, along with Shogun, of course. So if there's anything y'all have seen from previous seasons, who are y'all most scared about and why?
I don't know about what Vern is thinking, but the Cats was one of the teams we had very highly circled on our calendar. They're coming from a higher div. They've accomplished a lot. They've been around for a long time. So this was, I thought, going to be one of our toughest matches of the season. So we're pretty happy right now because of that.
Well, y'all.
From a tank standpoint, it was pretty tough.
Well, y'all know, y'all gonna have and y'all gonna face them again. It is a double round robin. See if I can pull up the division standings here. Yes, I can. Cosmos Cosmos with 4 points. That's not surprising, but the PRA is second with 3 points, and they went 2-1 tonight. Well, not 2-1 tonight, but maybe the other night. So do you think that this will be a close division? Because last time I was in a double round robin division, we barely missed out. So I'm curious to see what your thoughts are, and if it's gonna be if this division's gonna be as close as the placement committee thinks.
I think that it's gonna be very tight in the top of the division for sure. So we have some very strong teams up there. We hope to be in that mix, but you know, you never know how this is gonna go. So I think it'll be a pretty competitive division, though. Every team has strengths in this div, so you know, I don't think anyone's gonna pull away from the pack.
Well, that's great. That's great to hear. Finally, I'm sorry that there was a lot of disconnects and stuff, but I know in pregame both teams were very excited. There was definitely a lot of bantering, and I think I personally think it was going to be one of those series where we were probably going to go to 3. And if this was a BO5, which I don't think it is, but if y'all were, and if this was if playoffs did go to a BO5 against this team, do you think it'd go to Silver Scrapes potentially? And we ended up with a full 5-game series, or is it too early to tell?
You know, we hope to win in less than 5, but I could see it happening. I mean, they're tough. They're you know, I think it's gonna be very different if we come into this team in the playoffs. You know, it's a long season. Both teams are gonna evolve a lot, and you know, who knows what's gonna happen in October. But you know, if we can keep up with them during the season, we're doing something right. I think so. Let's hope it goes to 5.
Well, that's all we could hope. That's all we could hope for. Were there any shout outs that y'all wanted to give?
Burn, you can be the shout out man this time.
Shout out to our coaches Blake and Darkneck, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, they gave us some really in detailed notes here recently, and it's helped out a lot.
Yep. Beyond that, shout out to you, of course, Caden, for picking up the cast. Hope to see a lot more cast from you this season. It's always good to see someone come back to the NGS fold. Shout outs to Cats on the Keyboard again, making the match happen and for the great games. And you know, shout out to Div DUS. Stay tuned. Hopefully, we'll give you some more good matches this season.
R.I.P. Divi.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, obviously, when my team was promoted up to Div D, we had no idea what we were going to expect, but yet we kicked butt in that division, barely missed playoffs, and honestly, if you ask players who are on that roster, they'd be like, well, that was a really good season. We had our highs, we had our lows, but we managed to keep up with some of the best teams in this division, and that's saying something.
That's goals.
So that's I don't know if there's any other games going on tonight. But that's gonna be it. That is gonna be it. I want to thank y'all for playing this series. It was a heck of a series to cast, and I was very happy I got to do that. So thank y'all for making the series happen, and obviously thanks to Calendar for having this game open so I could pick it up. Congrats on the win, guys.
Have a good night. We'll see you around.
Alright. And for the rest of y'all sticking around, I want to see if there's another game going on. Yes! Raka is... Y'all have the choice between... Well, that CC Stuns game versus Haunted House is probably over, but Raka should be live. We are heading over to Raka. Raid Raka F. There we go. So I've got a raid. I've got a raid ready to go. Dragon Song versus Can't Connect versus CCS 1 should be a banger of a series, but that is gonna be it from me. I do have to figure out how I'm gonna report the game though. So I will see y'all soon. Take care. Good night. Once again, Half Lion Separates wins the series 2-1.